Yeah, wala la la ling. Easy Cymarshall Law, I come fi mash it up again. Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show. We stay true to ourselves and never ever conform. You are now in tune to episode 166, where we flips the scripts. Welcome. I appreciate y'all coming back for yet another episode. On this one, I know every week I'm like, this is one of my favorite topics, but every topic that I give you is like my favorite, and that's why I give it to you. So this topic is coming straight from law number 36 from my book 52 Laws of Freedom, a weekly guide to raw self-expression and mental health. And it's law number 36, straightforward and to the point. The law is love who you are. Sounds simple, but it's been shown to be one of the most complicated things for many people to do. Love who you are. We're going to get all up into it, as deep as we can go. So, before we start the show, as per usual, I like to start all my shows, whether they're me on stage, from California to New Jersey, where I just got back from. Shout out to a couple of artists that I perform with, Raekwon, Souls of Mischief, Chase Highs, Dusty Crates, R.A. the Rugged Man. A lot of dope artists. But I like to start all my shows with peace. And I like to start this show with the affirmations and acknowledgments to the universe. Just set the tone and vibe right. So we say our thank yous, because it's the best way to me to communicate with the universe, by saying thank you. So we start like this. Universal God, Most High, Jah! Cosmic intelligence, great architect, God. Thank you for allowing us to wake up today full of love in our hearts. Thank you for our inner peace. God, thank you for abundance. God, thank you for affluence. God, thank you for new opportunities. God, thank you for emotional intelligence. God, thank you for spiritual growth. God, thank you for mental growth. God, thank you for us growing in ways that are not usual to us. Like sometimes we grow, but we grow into something that we know. Thank you for allowing us to grow into something new and beautiful and creative. Thank you for allowing us to learn ourselves anew. Thank you for genuine friends. God, thank you for the adversity that we're able to get past that makes us strong. God, thank you for our inner strength. God, thank you for our mental fortitude. God, thank you for the sunshine. God, thank you for the rain. God, thank you for information. God, thank you for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. God, thank you for blessing us every day and everywhere and letting us know that we are all that we will be. Universal God, thank you so much. We are blessed. And today is going to be a great day. We appreciate it. Thank you. Now let's start the show. My name is Cymarshall Law. Let's get into it. Law 36. Love who you are. Is perfection not an opinion? What about good and bad? Opinions, no. One thing this world is not sure of is imitators. Although imitation is the highest form of flattery, it can also be seen as the imitator not feeling they are enough to be accepted by themselves or others based on what is perceived as perfect, good, or bad. Opinions, however, are just that. One person's idea among many. Love who you are without ever needing to be anything except who you are. When you love yourself, you teach others how to treat you. Never wait on someone who may never come. Love yourself now and send a message to the universe that you are deserving of all of its blessings. My soul, verse 2. Have all the drama on the internet. Have all the fake friendships you want to have. Just keep me out of it. I'm just trying to navigate. I don't want it. You can have the hate. You can also have a fate that you can't escape. You can have the worry. You can have your hall of shame. It's all the same. You can keep the fortune fame. See-through smiles and your fancy clothes. You can have those gossip and your ratchet shows. You can have as much jewelry as kings, worldly possessions, material things, people with two faces, bigots, and you can have racists. You can have anything in life is what you make this, even though I got a feeling that we in the Matrix. There's a lot of things you can have, I know, but you can never have my soul. 1. Have all the drama on the internet. Have all the fake friendships you want to have. Just keep me out of it. With most things, there comes a good and bad perspective. The internet is no exception. It is full of drama, miserable people, and negative energy. But only if you allow yourself to fall into those spaces. Focus on what is positive, real people, and genuine friendships. My favorite type of people are the ones I never have to think twice about. I know they have good intentions, even if I don't hear from them. The internet is a strange place because on social media, we have all these followers and friends, but how many are really followers and friends? 2. I'm just trying to navigate. I don't want it. You can have the hate. I'm in a place in my life where if you're not with a positive, peaceful, generally healthy vibe, I'm not interested at all. 3. You can also have a fate that you can't escape. You can have your worry and have your haul of shame. What I mean here is there are many things we are expected to do, care about, think about, be and do, and these expectations of society in our lives can be seen as some type of mental prison. My goal is to feel free on every level, free from worry and shame. The freedom to be me. 4. If it's all the same, you can keep the fortune fame, see through smiles and your fancy clothes. They say money makes the world go round, but I believe the purest thing that is not tangible controls mine. Love. Money, if it means my happiness and peace in the end, you can keep the fortune and the fame. Often, the smiles and fancy clothes are just disguises for what is really hidden underneath. I would be naive to think everything that was externally appealing to the eye was internally good for the soul. 5. You can have those, gossip and your ratchet shows. You can have as much jewelry as kings, worldly possessions, material things, people with 2 faces, bigots, and you can have racists. You can have anything. Life is what you make this. Even though I got a feeling that we in the Matrix. There's a lot of things you can have, I know, but you can never have my soul. Gossip is at an all-time high, and misinformation is moving at the speed of dark because of the internet. To make matters worse, it seems the entertainment industry is taken to reality shows that are in fact scripted with fake drama. How ironic. I would rather not. You can keep those too. They will promise you the world for your soul. But when your popularity declines, will the same people still be there to have your back? Unfortunately, some people morph into someone else depending on who's around. It must be a sad life for a racist knowing they're wrong, so having to hide their racism during their daily lives for fear of consequence. Has there ever been a time without bigotry? I would like to know one. If I allow myself to feed into everything that does me no good, I would be giving up my soul, and I can't do that. Sometimes I feel the world is testing me. Ivory, ebony, we all feel it eventually. Endlessly, fighting the demons of our memory. I'm trying to stop you from stealing my energy. Self-medicating but don't really have a remedy. And they don't always see through all the things that I pretend to be. And need a therapy could be my own worst enemy. So if you haven't heard from me, check on me mentally. The Fugees once said, everybody wears a mask. I didn't understand it at the time. I was too young to know I was in for surprises. I got to see ironically to deal with reality. People wear disguises. For some it's drugs, others alcoholism. I can't diss them. We all got a coping mechanism. Sex, food, television. What's the best decision? But we never living when we hide the pessimism. I love it when you smile and when you laugh, but I know that you are suppressing hurt from your past. Suffering in silence. Some about to break a crack. I tell my brothers I love them and they don't need to say it back. I state a fact I think is necessary. My care is better than any fix that is temporary. That's elementary from the cradle to the cemetery. Somebody's mental health should never be secondary. Sometimes I feel the world is testing me. Ivory, ebony, we all feel it eventually. Endlessly, fighting the demons of our memory. I'm trying to stop you from stealing my energy. Self-medicating but don't really have a remedy. And they don't always see through all the things that I pretend to be. And need a therapy could be my own worst enemy. So if you haven't heard from me, check on me mentally. Show enough. Dudes think they so tough, but brothers got it twisted thinking it's feminine to show love. What? Now we have a void and an ammonoid. Cause I can't tell if you hating or if I'm paranoid. Blurred vision. Listen, it can be stressful. You living in a prison if you're driven to be successful.
hide the pain, I'm certain the burden comes if you always working past the surface. What I'm writing is deep. Today I read about a dad whose son died in his sleep. We all leave alone like we begun, but now this dad wishes he had more time with his son. I look at myself, my mind I had to air it out. Sometimes we have to reassess the things we care about. With that said, I'm not asking to be forgiven, but I am saying sorry to you if I was ever tripping. Listen, sometimes I feel the world is testing me. Ivory, ebony, we all feel it eventually. Endlessly, fighting the demons of our memory. I'm trying to stop you from stealing my energy. Self-medicating, but don't really have a remedy. And they don't always see through all the things that I pretend to be. And need a therapy could be my own worst enemy. So if you haven't heard from me, check on me mentally. To calm anxiety, I roll a spliff with my imagination, creating enemies that don't exist. Bringing problems home from work to me's insanity. I try not to take it out on my family. Everybody got a lot on the brain. When we argue in front of the kids, I feel shame. A lot of people don't deal with their pain, and now they hurt, looking for someone to blame. Simple and plain. Me, I'm not a specialist, but it's clear to me that some of us need a therapist. Throat chakra blocked, so we lack expressiveness. Crying for help without crying at all. Y'all caught up in your own lives and don't see the signs. We not psychics, and so we not reading minds. I'm just saying, if there's one love, there's one war. We fighting together, check on the people you got love for. Sometimes I feel the world is testing me. Ivory, ebony, we all feel it eventually. Endlessly, fighting the demons of our memory. I'm trying to stop you from stealing my energy. Self-medicating, but don't really have a remedy. And they don't always see through all the things that I pretend to be. And need a therapy could be my own worst enemy. So if you haven't heard from me, check on me mentally. Sometimes I feel the world is testing me. Ivory, ebony, we all feel it eventually. Endlessly, fighting the demons of our memory. I'm trying to stop you from stealing my energy. Self-medicating, but don't really have a remedy. And they don't always see through all the things that I pretend to be. And need a therapy could be my own worst enemy. So if you haven't heard from me, check on me mentally. Check on me mentally.
That song was off an album I did with a female producer called Mudblood, and the album is called Sui Generis. It's one of my favorite songs that I ever made. I love that song. The words just poured out of me when I wrote it. It was one of the songs that I can say in my lifetime I don't feel like I wrote it. Like I wrote it, I physically wrote it, but I definitely felt like a spirit or something was working through me. Like the words just came out of me. But yeah, check it out. Demons of Our Memory, aka Doom, on all of your digital service providers. So, welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show. We are talking about law number 36, which is plain and simple, love who you are. I said it at the beginning of the show, it sounds rather simple, but for some people, it's definitely been the most complicated thing they've encountered in their whole entire lives. I mean, I bet you know someone right now who you give a compliment to and they don't know how to take it. Like right now. Matter of fact, that person might be you. You call the person beautiful and they're like, nah, they brush away compliment. Or you call them just really good at what they're doing and they say someone else is better. They downplay the compliment. This to me is an epidemic. And one of the places that I feel it might come from is, you not getting the love that you deserved in the beginning stages of your life. So as you grew older, you just kind of accepted your lot in life that you don't deserve to love who you are. But I'm telling you, there's no reason someone else should be walking around full of confidence. And they came out into this earth just like you, but you have little to no confidence. There's no reason, because there's something beautiful about all of us. There's something that each of us can learn from the next person. There's something so intricate inside all of us that's different from the next person. You can never look at anybody and say they don't deserve to be loved, because there's something in everybody that deserves to be loved. And when you love that thing, it grows. It transforms. So when you love who you are, you grow and you transform. You send signals out into the universe to let the universe know that you know now that you're worthy. So the universe sends you things of value to match your own internal value. Love who you are. Highlight your strengths, your achievements. Don't forget about them. Celebrate the little victories, no matter how small they might seem. You have overcome so many challenges with grace and strength. Remember the times you thought you couldn't, but you did? Remember those times. That inner strength is a testament to who you are. Know that your kindness has brightened the days of so many people around you. Remember those times where you didn't have anything for yourself, but you still gave? Remember the times where people were mean to you or they treated you with disdain and you still turned around and you were kind? And you felt like, well, nobody saw me be kind. Listen, the universe is always watching. Love who you are. Don't wait for nobody else to love you. Because when you wait for someone else to love you, that person might never love you. And then other people are watching you, waiting for someone else to love you. And because you're giving off a signal like you don't deserve to be loved, like you're wanting, you're desperate, you're needing because you don't love who you are. You're whole all by yourself. When you come into a relationship, love who you are as a whole. Don't bring yourself into a relationship as a half. Two people are not supposed to meet as two halves. People in a healthy relationship are supposed to love who they are, and because they love who they are, they're whole already. So they bring a whole to a relationship. So two holes come together because it's two people who love themselves. And when I love myself and you love yourself, then we can love each other better, or the right way. Love yourself. Love each other. Appreciate your growth. Look at how much you've grown over the years, the lessons you've learned, the wisdom you gained. Each step forward, no matter how small, just know that. Praise yourself. Give yourself pats on the back. Look yourself in the mirror. Big yourself up. Every morning I look myself in the mirror and tell myself how great I am. I have to. Who else is going to love me like I can love me? Those little imperfections you worry about, they're what make you relatable and human. Embrace them because they are a part of what makes you uniquely you. And for me, the planet is beautiful because we're all unique. A melting pot of creativity and differences. Highlight the positivities in your life. The times you've impacted people for the greater good. Your words, your actions, and your presence have made a difference in ways you might not ever realize. Your impact is felt and appreciated by those lucky enough to know you. So love yourself. That's the word of today. My name is Cymarshall Law. We're going to come back with the book of the week and the movie of the week that correlate to the topic of love who you are. My name is Cymarshall Law. This is the Cymarshall Law Show. We'll be right back.
Lay me down, I need to go to bed now. Wake me up in the morning, else I might not wait. I don't wanna see the daylight, yellow street lights in my state. I'm crying in the rain. Got to be good, got to be better. Wanna be steps up from what I'm feeling now. Everyone's in agony, yes. Everyone has I said last time was the last time. Here we are again. I'm crying into shoulders. They don't know the story. They don't know the pain. They don't get the message. I'm crying into pain. They don't even know the story. They don't even know the pain. They don't get the message. I'm crying into rain. Got to be good. Got to be better. Wanna be steps up from what I'm feeling now. I wanna feel good. Better than all I'm feeling now. Got to be good. Got to be better. Wanna be steps up from what I'm feeling now. I wanna feel good.
Yeah.
Than all I'm feeling now.
Welcome back to the Cymarshall Law Show. Yo, if you enjoy the show, please do subscribe. We are back to the Cymarshall Law Show, where we stay true to ourselves and never ever conform. Where we never ever conform. Not around here. So yeah, let's do the turning down of the beats. 1 second. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, so let's get into the book of the week. The first book I read about a year ago. I believe I got it as a Christmas present. I think that sounds about right. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. The release date was October 16th, 2018. What the book is about, Atomic Habits, is a groundbreaking self-help book by James Clear that delves into the science of habit formation and how small changes can lead to remarkable results. Now, Clear breaks down complex behavioral concepts into actionable strategies, making it accessible for anyone looking to improve their habits and consequently their life. The power of small habits, he emphasizes that tiny changes, when compounded over time, can have massive impact. He refers to these as atomic habits, small adjustments that yield significant results. The 4 laws of behavior change, Clear introduces a framework for building good habits and breaking bad ones, which includes making habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Instead of focusing on outcomes, the author suggests that lasting change comes from focusing on who you want to become. By aligning habits with your identity, you create a sustainable path to success. I think you should read it because it's more than just a guide to improving productivity. It's a manual for creating a better life. Clear's writing is engaging and filled with real-life examples and scientific research, which I love. His practical advice is easy to implement, making it, for me, a valuable resource for anyone looking to make positive change. And how it relates to self-love. Atomic Habits empowers readers to take control of their lives through small, manageable changes. By developing healthy habits, you can build self-esteem and create a life that aligns with your values and goals. The book encourages self-improvement and the pursuit of personal growth, which are essential aspects of self-love. Love who you are. Now, the next, a movie of the week. I love this movie. Beautiful movie. I think I watched it by accident many, many years ago. And it's so dope. One of my favorite actors, Javier Bardem, is in it. It's called Eat, Pray, Love. Director Ryan Murphy, cast Julia Roberts, James Franco, and Javier Bardem. So it's actually a film adaptation. which brings Elizabeth Gilbert's memoir to life with stunning visuals and a star-studded cast. Julia Roberts portrays Gilbert, capturing her emotional journey with authenticity and grace. The movie takes viewers on a journey. It took me on a journey through Italy, India, Bali, and it echoes themes of self-discovery and healing. You should watch it because I just felt it. Like you can feel... Nowadays, I feel like sometimes movies, you don't really feel anything from them. Like they're putting things on screen and they do these little jokes here and there. But Eat, Pray, Love is a movie that reminds me of a movie that would have came out in the 90s, meaning that it just is full of substance. It beautifully encapsulates the essence of Gilbert's journey, making it a perfect companion to your journey. Watching the film can inspire you to reflect on your own life and steps you can take towards self-love and fulfillment. The movie emphasizes the importance of finding joy, peace, and love within oneself. It's a visual reminder that self-care, self-love is the best love. Self-acceptance are crucial to finding and living a fulfilling life. So I feel like both the book and the movie are spot on. I mean, James Clear's Atomic Habits is a masterclass in understanding the power of incremental change. And the author doesn't just tell you to change your habits, he provides detailed, scientifically backed advice, like a roadmap to get you where you need to go. And he dismantles the misconception that dramatic change requires grand gestures instead of small little changes. Practical insights he's giving you. And both of them, I feel like the book and the movie will have you adopting positive habits to form self-love. And I've read both the book and watched the movie, and I definitely recommend both. So those are your Cymarshall Law Show movie and book of the week. Eat, Pray, Love, and Atomic Habits. If you happen to check either out, please email me or just let me know, the Cymarshall Law Show @gmail.com. So yeah, let's get into the quote of the day, then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Quote of the day. A good one. Actually, I found several good ones. Some heat. All right, so check it out. The first one is by Ralph Waldo Emerson. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. I love that one. We have another by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It goes like this. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Love it. Let's do one more. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Buddha. My name is Cymarshall Law. This has been another episode of the Cymarshall Law Show. We're growing rapidly because the positive energy is coming right back to us that we've been giving out, and we appreciate. Success is the only option. Love, peace, good vibrations. I see y'all next time. Are we out like that?
Talking about love, oh love. Talking about love, love is not a piece of paper.